Deep down, you always knew. You knew he never really chose you. You felt it in the long silences, the ignored messages, the plans that never actually happened. You felt it in the way he looked away when the topic was commitment, in how he only showed up when it was convenient, in the emptiness that lingered after every tiny crumb of attention. And even knowing all that, a part of you still stayed, still waited, still hoped. Because deep down, all you ever wanted was to be chosen, to be seen, to be loved the way you deserve. But today, it's not about him. It's about you, about finally setting yourself free, not just physically, but emotionally, letting go for real, from the inside out, so you can stop living in the hope of a love that never came, and finally start choosing yourself. Letting go doesn't start with forgetting. It starts with acceptance, accepting that he was never fully there, that you were more in love with the idea of who he could be than with who he actually was. Accepting that what's keeping you stuck isn't love, it's attachment. It's the emptiness he seemed to fill. It's the fantasy you created and kept alive on your own. Because the most painful part of all this is realizing that deep down, you don't really miss him. You miss the story you told yourself, the hope that he would change, that one day, finally, he would choose you. But that hope, it didn't come from him. It came from you. And that is where your healing begins. Letting go of someone who never chose you sounds simple at first. He didn't want me, so I should just move on. But if it were that easy, you wouldn't be here, feeling that tightness in your chest, that emotional fog, that struggle to truly let go. And you know why? Because what's holding you back isn't him. It's what he represented. He felt like he was filling an old void, a void of being seen, of being wanted, of being loved. He felt like your chance to finally be chosen by someone you desperately wanted to stay. But more than that, you projected your dreams onto him. You didn't get attached to who he was. You got attached to who he could have been, if he changed, if he had more maturity, more courage, if he had truly wanted to love you, and without even realizing it. You built an emotional bond with your own fantasy, a story you kept alive on your own, a hope that grew from unspoken promises and misunderstood signs. Sometimes, you have to lay all the cards on the table, to look clearly at what, deep down, you always knew, but didn't want to see. Here are the clearest signs that you got attached to someone who never truly chose you. He never really committed. He was there, but not really there. Physically present, emotionally distant. He showed up when it suited him, and disappeared when you needed him most. You were the one always doing more, giving more. It was always you trying to hold it all together. And deep down, you constantly felt anxious, insecure, invisible, like one wrong move might make him disappear for good. If this hits home, it's not an overreaction. It's not you being dramatic. It's real emotional pain from someone who just wanted to be chosen. Letting go doesn't happen overnight, but it does start with one internal decision. Stop lying to yourself. The first step is seeing things for what they are, without romanticizing, without justifying what hurt you, without making excuses for his absence. Turn your attention to how you felt when you were with him. Did you feel safe? Did you feel seen? Did you feel peace? Or were you constantly on edge, waiting for a text, trying to prove your worth over and over again? And when the guilt shows up, because it will, remember this. You didn't fail. You just wanted to be loved. And you tried to be enough for someone who never had the emotional capacity to love you the way you deserved. It's not your fault. He simply couldn't give more than that. and you deserve so much more than crumbs. And this is the turning point. Freedom begins the moment you realize that letting go is an act of self-love. It's stopping the need to beg to be chosen. It's no longer pouring your energy into someone who never truly saw your worth. It's choosing to stop building castles in ruins. Letting go means taking back everything you gave, your love, your presence, your attention, and giving it back to yourself. It's looking in the mirror and saying, I choose me. I won't be someone's second option ever again. I'd rather be alone and at peace than with someone and feel empty. You don't have to wait for someone else to see your value. What you do need is to remember it every single day. Because when you choose yourself, your heart starts to heal, and everything that once held power over you simply loses its grip. You deserve more than waiting for a message that never comes. More than sleepless nights, replaying conversations and searching for signs to explain his absence. More than constantly wondering what you did wrong. As if loving too much was a mistake. As if giving your all was some kind of weakness. You deserve a whole kind of love. One that doesn't disappear. One that doesn't hesitate. One that never makes you feel like a burden or a second choice. You deserve someone who chooses you, with presence, with honesty, with consistency. Someone who never makes you question your worth. But that will only happen when you stop settling for barely enough. For it is what it is. You have to stand up for you. Choose yourself. Put yourself first. And say, with the strength of someone who's tired of suffering in silence, I'm done waiting to be chosen. From now on, I choose me. And when you do that, when you truly let go of what hurts, you'll finally make space for something new, something lighter, something mutual. If this video helped you see things more clearly, if at any point it felt like I was speaking directly to you, then don't let go of my hand now. Here at the Relationship Mirror, you don't have to carry it all alone anymore. This is our space for healing, for strength, for rebuilding. And I'll be right here with you, every step of the way. So hit that subscribe button, turn on the notifications, and now click on the next video. In it, I'll show you why you still hold on so tightly, and how to finally break that cycle, for good. I'll meet you there. We're in this together.